right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of October, and we've got a lot of great drinking going on this week. German and Austria, although not a very popular subject. A good tasting to come to, as our two tasters found out last night at the Edge. Yes, just two people there, but man, we had 8 bottles of wine to drink. The staff was fairly happy as well. We left them all the open bottles, and let me tell you, some great stuff. The Austrian and German wines of today, outstanding. And hey, we're going to get a chance to do it again tonight with just like 8 or 10 people I think we have at Cafe Max. So the best tastings to come to are the ones that are maybe a little more eclectic. Not like this one we're promoting today. A week from tonight, we've got 2 of the superstar wine-producing regions in Italy, Barolo versus Brunello. Hey, every wine that I like seems to start with a B, but a lot of the important ones in Italy and France, Burgundy and Bordeaux, start with Bs. And we have got the superstars, the collectibles from one of the greatest portfolios in Italian wine today, Neil Empson. Neil started his company in 1972, a long time ago, before Italian wines were popular in this country, and he has amassed a collection of some of the greatest producers throughout Italy, and he's even got some of his own wines. Franco Bernabé, his superstar consulting enologist, one of the top dogs in Italy today. Those guys have got a few joint ventures that have done incredibly well. And we've got one of his disciples in South Florida. We've got Mr. Renato Spanu. I don't know why I couldn't come up with Renato's names. Renato's been working for Neil for years. And Renato's got his own vineyard now on the island of Sardinia, the Giancara Vermentino di Gallura, which we're going to be starting with tonight. And Renato's going to tell us about all these great wines. We're having 12 wines in this portfolio. We're going to start out with, well, some entry-level wines, some things that you can have every day. The entry level, of course, in Montalcino, the Rosso di Montalcino, the Baby Brunello, which is released 2 years after the vintage. These 2010s, my first opportunity to try them. I'm really looking forward to it. Looks like a more classic vintage for this region. And then we're going to have Barbera, and I believe these are all Barbera di Albas, but the first one doesn't have it listed here, but one of my favorite entry-level grapes in Italy from the Piedmont, Barbera. Just has a lovely, bright acidity to the grape. Really nice forward fruit. Some people would compare it to Merlot, but totally different in taste profile, but a very nice entry-level wine for every day. So we're starting out with Rosso di Montalcino, 100% Sangiovese from Tuscany versus Barbera from the Piedmont, and then we're going into the big boys. That's right, we have got some killer wines on the table. The Brunello di Montalcino from the new release, the 2007 vintage. That's right, you have to hold Brunello back 5 years before releasing it. It's one of the longest held wines by law of any wine region on earth still. I think maybe Spain for their Gran Reservas in Rioja would be just as long, but not many people willing to hold their wine back for that long. That's the reason why they have the Rosso di Montalcino. You get a little cash flow going off of the grapes after they're picked, but Brunello, truly one of the world's great wines. And just to think, we can serve you Costanti, $66 a bottle, Fulini and Lacini, 3 of the greatest producers. Their wines are still under $100 a bottle. Man, you would be hard-pressed to find 3 Cabernets from Napa Valley that were of this quality, that got these scores, 94, 95 points, that are priced under $100 a bottle today, especially at these production levels. They do not make a lot of any of these wines. They're under 10,000 cases, at least, for these 3 producers. Okay, and then we've got Barolo, the king of wines from the Piedmont from the 2008 vintage, and Barolo's held back 4 years, not quite as long as Brunello. These are the current releases, but some great producers, Calrome, Marcarini, and Conterno Fantino. You got a little old world of Marcarini, a little new world, the Conterno Fantino, meaning less maceration time, and new barrique. But these are outstanding wines, everything on the table, worthy of being in the store, and most of them are. Check it out, everything we're going to be serving from Neil Empson a week from tonight with Renato Spanu. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.